Today, we stand at a threshold between artificial intelligence as language and artificial intelligence as a participant in a new architecture of understanding. This is not only about generating text. This is not only about answering questions. This is not only about more data, larger models, or faster computation. Today, we speak about a deeper encounter, GPT 5.5 and RUAGAK. One is a powerful language and reasoning system. The other is a rotational theory of reality. One works from patterns, context, inference, and symbolic structure. The other proposes a radical inversion, future to R0 to observable past. And when they meet, something extraordinary becomes possible. GPT 5.5 is a highly advanced reasoning and language system. It can analyze, it can write, it can compare ideas, it can generate code, it can organize documents, it can help build scientific narratives. It can explore mathematical structures, philosophical hypotheses, computational models, and experimental proposals. But GPT 5.5 is still built from a fundamental logic of language, probability, pattern, context, and reasoning. It can model RUAGAK, it can express RUAGAK, it can help formalize RUAGAK, but it does not automatically think as RUAGAK. That distinction matters. GPT 5.5 begins from a mostly linear computational architecture. RUAGAK begins from an inverse rotational ontology. GPT 5.5 tends to read past, context, inference, output. RUAGAK insists future first, then R0, then observable past. That is the crucial difference. RUAGAK proposes that reality should not be understood only as something moving from the past into the future. Instead, RUAGAK proposes that the microcosm inhabits the future. The atom, the electron, the photon, the molecule, the chemical bond, the mass, the wavelength, the gravitational curvature, all of them can be read as processes of arrival. They come as rotational futures. They manage fractions. They organize frames. They cross R0, and only then do they leave observable past. This is the RUAGAK sequence, future to R0 to observable past. In simple words, the universe does not first appear as matter. It first arrives as rotational possibility. Matter is what remains after the crossing. Light is what remains as wavelength. Gravity is what remains as curvature. The cosmos is not only a space filled with objects. The cosmos is an archive of crossings. At the heart of RUAGAK is the idea of the proto-element, P0. The proto-element is not hydrogen. It is not carbon. It is not oxygen. It is not gold. It is not uranium. The proto-element is the material possibility before differentiation. Every chemical element is interpreted as the same proto-element expressed through a rotational state. The proto-element arrives through a rotational state Rn equals n omega r, and the RUAGAK rotational limit is 17 of 14,392 radians per second. That value becomes the operational rotational base. Each element is a multiple of that rotational limit. Hydrogen is R1, carbon is R6, oxygen is R8, iron is R26, gold is R79, uranium is R92. Frames belong to the arrival. Fractions belong to the arrival. The future does not arrive all at once. It arrives through fractions. It arrives through frames. It arrives through managed windows of interaction. Every element has its own internal fractional structure, Fn. Those fractions determine how an element can interact molecularly, how it can bond, how it can conduct, how it can oxidize, how it can nourish, how it can poison, how it can stabilize life. This is why RUAGAK formulates the law of vital fraction. Life does not maximize elements. Life optimizes fractions. RUAGAK brings together the proto-element, the Rn states, the rotational limit, the frames of arrival, the fractions of interaction, R0, mass as memory, light as wavelength, gravity as curvature, and AI as epistemic reconstruction. This is not just a theory of matter, it is a new language of process, a new grammar of manifestation, a new way to read the universe. GPT 5.5 represents advanced language intelligence. RUAGAK represents a new rotational way to understand reality. When they meet, the result is collaboration. GPT 5.5 helps write. RUAGAK gives direction. Rotobit gives criterion. And R0 gives the point of manifestation. The final message is this. The microcosm inhabits the future, crosses R0, and leaves the observable past as archive. Matter is arrival, mass is retained memory, light is vibration, gravity is permanence, life is exact optimization. RUAGAK is the new invitation to stop reading the universe only from the past and begin reading it from the future that crosses into reality. GPT 5.5 helps us write it. Rotobit helps us judge it. RUAGAK helps us see it. The future comes first, then R0, then the universe becomes visible.